Time to feed the hungry viewers. What? He hasn't put out anything today? Nothing? Oh, by the way, hello viewers. Me again. Another beautiful day. Yep. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good. Or excellent. Good. Alright, so I had to get the sound fixed. You know, got it working today, so we're gonna put some content out, that's for sure. You know me. Got the hungry viewers to feed here, so let's do it like this first. Let me get this out the way. Let me get these news and tidbits out the way here. Oh yeah, got you guys covered, man. Oh yeah, got you covered. Had to get the sound fixed, so you know. Let's see. All right. Okay, let me do this. It says here, Valve prep mysterious Fremont Steamos device powered by AMD Ryzen processor. Potential Steam box may support a Hawk Point CPU with Zen 4 and RDNA 3 graphics. Got two comments too. It says here, I spotted by Reddit user Coolboy3K on the R Steam Deck Reddit. Valve appears to be testing a new Steam OS based device. The mysterious device, which Valve called Fremont, seems to be long-awaited successor to the Steam box. The Steam Deck kernel was updated a month ago for a device codenamed Fremont, which doesn't correspond to any official release Valve product. The kernel update is brief and only changed a single character on a single line. However, there are some nuggets of information reference to Chrome OS, embedded controller, driver, Google DeXe, and AMD Lilac. It says Lilac. It says here the CEC driver and Google DeXe are not much of a mystery. The driver is used in tandem with a CEC chip with Chromebook that controls processor power and thermal magnet sensor in the keyboard. Meanwhile, Google DeXe is a device which enabled the HDMI CEC according to Google, which adds it to the Linux kernel a year ago. It says the AMD Lilac, however, is more of an unknown quantity. It appears to be the name of a development motherboard for a mobile AMD Ryzen processor, so it's probably not unique to Valve. Lilac was first spotted in Geekbench 2 years ago, running Ubuntu on a Ryzen embedded V3C48 Rembrandt APU. More recent AMD Lilac spotting includes the Ryzen 7 7735HS Rembrandt R and the Ryzen 5 8540U Hawk Point. It says, therefore, it isn't easy to point to the exact chip. For reference, Rembrandt combines Zen 3 Plus and RDNA 2 graphics. Meanwhile, Hawk Point leveraged the newer Zen 4 and RDNA 3 Duo. While it's clear that Lilac is not exclusively Valve's, Fremont may have already leaked onto Geekbench. By far, most Lilac submission to the benchmarking platform comes from a system that uses the Ryzen 5 8540U and the RX 7600 MXD, and Reddit user argues that this is Fremont. These results were uploaded in batches from June to October this year. If Valve plans to launch a new PC shortly, testing it in its recent months would make sense. We searched for laptops and desktop that uses this APU-GPU combination and came up empty-handed. So this could be Valve's Fremont device, as the Reddit user speculated. If it is, then it's almost certainly not going to be the Steam Deck 2, since the 7600 MXD is rated for 120 watts. Far too hot to be cooled by the kind of cooler that could fit into a handheld PC. And then it says, if Valve releases a PC with these two chips, it's far more likely to be a Steam box successor. Although Valve could use desktop grade hardware rather than mobile chip, it has more experience with AMD mobile hardware thanks to the Steam Deck and mobile processor would allow Valve to build a more compact, efficient, and customized PC. Fremont might even be a new VR headset. It's just hard to say what it is with any certainty. It says, however, it could also be another unreleased device from a different company. Tuxedo notably released its Cyrus 16 Gen 2 laptop this year, and it used the Ryzen 7 8845HS, a Hawk Point APU like the 8540, and RX 7600 MXD. So laptop that combines a Ryzen 8000 chip and the 7600 MXD does exist. However, the 8540 Lilac results use Windows 11 Pro, not Linux. So these submissions are unlikely to be for a release model of the Cyrus 16. It's also unclear why Fremont would use a CEC that is generally found on Chromebooks. The author of the Reddit post speculated that Google is involved with Fremont development in some form, to the point that it might even run Chrome OS instead of Steamos to get access to Android TV apps. And then we have two comments. Let's see what are the commenters saying here. See if we can pull them up here. Two comments. We have two comments. Let's see here. Who is this? Oops, missed it. Just had it. Where is it? Just had it. Oh, here we go. Whoops. Gotta go back to the top and get this. Two comments. Ding said this. Hopefully Google isn't. Let me dismiss this. Hopefully Google isn't involved, seeing how long Stadia lasted. And then user test says this. I don't know if I did buy one. The second generation handheld is more interesting to me. A box using an end-off-shelf RAM brand or Phoenix Hawk Point APU would be competing with a lot of similar boxes that have been around and discounted for years. It would need to be cheap, subsidized to push Steam game sales to make a splash. On handhelds, AMD Z2 options are lazy and not customized like the Steam Deck APU, which was supposedly leftover from a canceled Microsoft product. You have to wonder if Valve will go custom again for Steam Deck 2. If the release is as far out as it seemed, it might end up with something like Zen 6 plus UDNA 1, a power-tamed 256-bit APU could also be stellar. And who else is this? Let's see. And then Ding said this. Hopefully Google. He said Dinga said this. But what is said? But what is said? Now what is it? A Chromebook motherboard or literally tiny chip only controlling HDMI? Question mark. There are few results about this, and that is that. Well, like I've always told you guys, and girls, Valve is up to something, you know. So the fact that Valve is prepping a mysterious machine, could it be the Steam box? Nobody knows. Like the article said, they looked all over the web to see what they can find, and nothing came up. So, like I've said, I was the first one that said Valve is up to something with all these leaks going around. So, I mean, this is talking about AMD Ryzen processor. A potential Steam box may support a Hawk Point's CPU with Zen 4. Only time will tell, you know. I mean, of course there's the Steam Deck 2, so that could be it. or maybe it's a Steam box, but they're up to something though, that's for sure. You know what I mean they got Deadlock, they gave Half-Life 2 away for free, and then there's people talking about a Half-Life 3. Of course, there's Portal and Team Fortress and Left 4 Dead, so they're up to something. And then, you know, Steamos is getting updates, and you know, AMD with FSR 4 next year, so they're up to something, man, with this whole situation, you know. And then Google is being mentioned in this. Let's not forget Stadia, you know. So, and they're talking about the light. It's called a Lilac. Ryzen 8540U RX 7600M. They're up. Valve is up to something, man. And like this article said too, what it says, if it is, then it's most certainly not going to be the Steam Deck 2, since the 7600 MXD is rated for 120 watts. Far too hot to be cooled by any kind of cooler that could fit into a handheld. Talking about the power supply there. They're up to something, man. So we'd have to wait till next year to figure out what all this means, you know. But a Steam box right now, especially when you got the Steam, you're doing so good with the Steam Deck. Why even go back to that, you know? Why even go back to a Steam box, you know? They should more focus on the Steam Deck too. Just saying. So only time will tell, man, what they're up to, you know. Only time will tell. And then you got users on Reddit arguing over this thing, over this information now. This is 2024. Got to stick around for 2025 to see what all this means. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy though. Nice talking to you people again. Crystal Star Wars Star Trek thing. Go. Peace.